Joe, there's no audio. There's no audio. Ah, there's no audio. Sorry, guys. I forgot to turn on my microphone, but I'm here. But now you guys know what I look like behind the scenes, coming in and out, in and out, in and out, making a tea, but also posting onto social media. The 5 minutes before I come online are pretty like crazy. But anyway, who's here? Tristan, hello. Let's see. You have a really great question. So I'm gonna scroll back up for your question, or let me write your question down because I'm very scared I'm gonna lose it. So give me a second to just pop a little page out for myself. Excellent. Okay. So, got your question down because it's a very good one. Okay. Let me see. So, roll call. Who's here? We have Tristan, Oriana, Blue Diamonds, Amir, Majmonkichi, Andrew, Pierre. Looks like we've got quite a few of our Twitch peeps here. This is great. Let's see. Pabs, what's up, what's up? Claire, Chloe. Oh yeah, my hair is very long, isn't it? Yeah, I actually need to give it a trim. That's how long we're talking. The ends are doing that thing where they're like kind of drying up, you know, because the oils from the top of my head aren't getting to the bottom. So I need to trim those off. Yuray, or that is I am a knuckle. How are you doing? Hey, Jacob. Darcy, hello. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Lemon Crush, hello. You just started practicing. Sorry. Hey, Jane. Hey, Jaden. I think another Claire or same Claire. Yes, same Claire. Lovely. San Mateo, what's up, what's up? Our Barfulaire, hola, how are you doing? Or is it it is Barfulaire. Okay, excellent. Let's see. Hey, Emily, what's up, what's up? Emily, can you remind me what your Twitch name is? Wait, no, Emily. No, you're different, Emily. You're I know you in person, Emily. Hi, Emily. Hey, Jaden, Chloe, a different Chloe, a different Jacob. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Pandora. Any recommendations on coffee? You know, as much as I love coffee, I am not what I would consider a coffee snob. I'm definitely a coffee noob. The coffee world is very intricate and deep and profound, and I just really like strong coffee. So my friend Paul did get me some Blue Mountain coffee. Blue Mountain Jamaican, something like that, coffee. Jamaican Blue Mountain, something like that. Oh my gosh, so good. But I hear that's pretty expensive. He got it for me, so I don't know how much he paid for it. Hey, Anne. Let's see. Who else is here? Leonardo, hello. Hey, Olympic Daisy. How many people's hair in here is getting really long? Because of, like, for me, I already started cutting my own hair before the pandemic, you know, broke musician, cannot afford to go to the salon, you know. So I just got used to cutting my own hair, you know, for quite a few years now. So I'm just lazy. I have no excuse. I cannot use the pandemic as an excuse. It's just, I need to cut this part off right here, this end bit. Yeah. Jeff is here as well. Hello. Okay. Lovely. You wonder if I finished all my Canadian snacks. No. They're we have yet to get started. Now, I am starting, like, I'm on my like second maple black tea now. Magic Monkichi here sent me some Canadian goodies because I was bemoaning the fact that I, was running out of maple tea. So he got me 3 boxes of maple tea, and I'm already like 2 into the first box. So Magic Monkichi is super generous. Also a mod here. Yeah. Pabs, you shave it off every month now, your hair. It's okay. Jeff says that you look like a hippie. It's okay. Everyone is just, it's like the super long hair life right now. But John and I don't have that excuse because I cut his hair and I also cut my hair. And we've been doing it way before the pandemic started. So, Hey, animal lover. Why is my lip plate black? Ah, yes. So the lip plate is not black. It's brown actually. So let's give you guys a better look at it, and I'll do a little there. You can probably see, a little better kind of what's going on. I have natural lighting going on right now, and it's it's a little overcast right now, but it's warm enough that I don't want to keep my studio lights on. But it's I called it mopane wood, but apparently the correct pronunciation is mopani wood. And it's the same wood that is used on my piccolo. So yeah, so it's a wood lip plate. And I've just edited finally the like a highlight reel of the Monkey head joints video. I know that was from months ago now, but my hard drive got fried and it was a long time waiting in between to get my recovered files back and stuff. So right now I'm like crazily editing, just to, get that, get those highlights out to you guys. So in case you guys are wondering why I haven't been doing highlights, that's why. It's because I've been waiting for my hard drives to come back, and been waiting to see how many of the recovered files I have. So as it turns out, I still had to re-download some stuff. So unfortunately, that video is not going to be in 1080p. It's going to be in 720. Not that you guys really care, because YouTube is like that. When you download your own 1080p video, they only give it to you in 720. Gotta love YouTube for that. So anyway, let's see. Did anyone, I don't think anyone new joined. So we're all 33 of us here are hanging out today. I love it. So just in case you're here for the first time, I think based on the numbers that I see here that most of you guys have been around here, so you guys already know what the deal is. Hashtag no spam fam. Okay, so please do not spam the chat. The chat is here for you guys to talk to each other, like actually to chat, not just to get my attention. Okay, if you start yelling with capital letters and repeating the same thing over and over and over, you will be removed by our mods here. Our mods, Magic Monkichi and Darcinda24. So yeah, if you repeat stuff, especially if you repeat stuff in capital letters, please, as much as you can, only use capital letters to be like, what? Those kinds of like emoting, okay? You can absolutely use capital letters for that, but please don't use capital letters to ask a question. To me, it looks like someone's yelling in my face, and I don't like that, and I don't think anyone else who would like that. So however you would talk in real life, please do that here. If you have any sight reading requests, the sight reading request form is in the info box below. So go fill that out if you want me to play something, but you may not see your request for a long time because classical music is full of very, very long music. So I go through the list very slowly. But yeah, sight reading requests will not be taken from the chat because it spams the chat too much, and you guys just don't get to talk to each other. So So yeah, but Majimonkichi and Darcinda24 are going to be moderating and making sure that the chat here is a really fun, chill, safe place for you guys to chat with each other and get to know each other. Because the purpose of this hangout is really not just for you guys to come and see me. It's really to meet each other too. Like I really want this to be like a community. All right. So yeah, there we go. That's just kind of your rundown of how this live stream works, but we're gonna take the first half of this stream because this is like just over 2 hours and I like to take a little break in between, otherwise I just it gets very tiring. So I will just chat with you guys, answer some questions for the first half, then I'll take a little break, rinse out my mouth, get a fresh cup of water, and then we'll sight read some stuff. Sound good? Yeah? All right. I feel like you guys want a better view of this. So like, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll do this and then let me turn the camera and feature the maple black tea. Here we go. Okay. We'll do that. Does that sound good? Then you guys can have a better view. Ooh. Give me a second. Let me focus down on this thing. There we go. And then that might be a slightly better view of the head joint there. I know that you guys tend to be pretty curious about it, so thought I'd put it there. Okay, so we're gonna have to, I think maybe I can scooch it. There we go. Let me scooch it like this. It's not so precarious. Okay, that looks good. Okay, we'll do that. All right, so I wanted to answer Tristan's question in the beginning of this stream. He asked this before I even came on. Oh, hey, Chris. My friend IRL is here. Hey, Super Mommy, how are you doing? Okay, so Tristan is saying, I am legally blind. Colors and shapes, yes, but distance and definition, not so much. What would you, as an I, recommend as the best way to learn music? I've been learning simpler melodies by ear, but there has to be a next step to that. My pre-existing knowledge in basic music theory is helping tremendously with that. Okay, quite honestly, Tristan, I've never taught anyone who is legally blind. But what I would say is that you are learning music the way that I would suggest for someone who is legally blind. Basically learn it by ear, the way music used to be passed down, which was oral tradition. So what people would do they would just repeat the melody over and over and over to someone else learning it. They would pick it up and repeat it over and over and over to practice it and memorize it. And then you would just kind of do that for everything. So like written music, was not like it kind of, at least in Western classical music, it started out as scribbles on top of, lyrics for church. And then the scribbles turned into plotting it on some sort of graph type of thing. So like a staff, a 4-line staff. The 4-line staff graduated into the 5-line staff over, a couple few hundred years. And then when the printing press came out, that was kind of when there was sort of this big drive to standardize music notation. And so that's why kind of usually where people start you with Western classical music is actually in the Baroque era, which, in the grand scheme of music in general, it's a very short history. Baroque music, you'll see, starts in the 1600s. So we really only have about 400 years worth of, like written down Western style classical music. So, don't feel bad about not being able to read music, because we only really standardized it like 400, 500 years ago. So it's like, it's not, it's actually a very short history. So I am very glad that you are learning music theory though, because that will really help you just kind of decipher what's going on. I'm guessing what's going to happen, like I don't know if there's some sort of braille for music, because that would be amazing if you could just kind of like feel your way through the music notes, and memorize it that way, get to know what all the notes are, and memorize it, and play it like that, just kind of like feeling it out, and then. But I don't know if music braille like exists. So, if anyone out there knows about something like that, that would be amazing. But like, I would say if you're going to learn like, particularly technical music, difficult music, it does require, you to actually know what the notes are. So, how you get to know the notes though, no one actually cares. So, hopefully there is some sort of music braille out there. That would be amazing. Hey, Emily Wilson. I think you're the one who's on Twitch, right? Yeah. So, Oh, look at you guys talking to each other. I love this. Hey, Neko. Jane, you're here. Did I say hello to you already? I think I did. Hello, Jane. Let's see. What habits, Animal Lover is asking, what habits should you try not to make for flute? Try not to tense. And also posture. Make sure you're not, slouching and all that stuff. Like, I would say that those are kind of the big ones. Like staying relaxed and stuff like that. So, let's see. All right. Amir, Mopane, or Mope Nani. You guys are great. Okay. Do you guys have any other questions? All right, is the hold during rehearsal the string section brings the tuning higher and then the wind section can't be in tune, or is that an orchestral legend? Honestly, I feel like it depends on the weather. It depends on how long the string players have been playing for. It depends on how warm the room is. Generally speaking, if you've been playing for a while, strings tend to go sharper. And if it's very warm, you also tend to go sharper, but then also do the wind. So the winds also go sharper, except for clarinets. Clarinets go flatter when it's warmer. So I think that is a very generalized blanket statement. So, but I also would not say that it's just an orchestral legend. It certainly, when you bring a bunch of instruments together and try to make everyone play in tune, when all the different instruments have their own different tuning tendencies, you definitely get some problems. So, it's very good to be aware of your instruments tuning tendencies, and it's also good to be aware of other instruments tuning tendencies, because then it'll be easier for you to bend and blend with other people. So for example, flute, piccolo, we tend to go sharp when we go high. We tend to go flat when we go low. Clarinets are the exact opposite. They go flat when they go high, and they go sharp when they go low. And also the same thing happens for dynamics. For us, if we go really loud, we tend to go sharp. If we go really soft, we tend to go flat. And so what you have to do is kind of like make up for that tuning. So, you use your lip to correct it. You angle the air up or down accordingly. But if you know that your clarinet friends have the opposite issue, you can sort of like learn to overcorrect in order to meet them in case they can't meet you too. So that way you two can be in tune together and no one would be the wiser. So, it's just really good to know how other instruments tune, and it just makes you a better chamber player if you're aware and you can sort of meet people in the middle, and it just creates a nicer environment. There's not so much of a I'm right, so follow me type of attitude. Sometimes, depending on the weather, depending on how the person feels that day, sometimes they just can't play, completely in tune with you that day. And you have to have a little bit of grace, like you have to be okay with that. The fact that just, organically, not everyone plays up to snuff every day, right? So, be gracious. Pink Kitty, I see you're here. Hello. Hello, Julie. Hey, Batmani. So yeah, that's my long answer for you, Jacob. Braille music does exist, Andrew says. Hell yeah. Okay, so Tristan, there's your answer. You would probably need to get music essentially translated into Braille. Ooh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Let's see. So Oriana also knows that it exists. Okay, let's check. Give me a second, guys. I'm seeing what you guys are sending me. Oh, this is so cool, you guys. So there's totally a blind flute. It looks like if you look up just blind flute player, you'll be able to find the video that Oriana just sent me. So Tristan, if you're still here, that might be interesting for you to look into. So Braille music does exist. Yes! Yes! Accessibility! I love it. Okay, so Jaden is asking, what are the best flute warm-ups to do when you're really tired? Harmonics. Yeah, because harmonics are, it's just a great way to diagnose yourself that day, to see how you feel, because harmonics essentially lower the margin of error to get the pitch correct. And so, if you don't have as much of a margin of error to play around with, you spend less time just kind of fiddling about and being in sort of a so-so tone. It kind of gets you closer to, the actual tone that your flute can, is capable of. So, harmonics, yeah. Lovely. Let's see. Maximum Smudges, hello. How are you doing? How is my Rockstro grip going? It's going okay. For those of you guys who don't know what the Rockstro grip is, don't worry, I didn't know about it either until earlier this week. One of our peeps here on over on Twitch told me about the Rockstro grip, which apparently is basically what Paul has been telling me to do, where essentially you roll out the body of the flute so that it can rest in your left hand, kind of like a seesaw, so your left hand is the fulcrum. So if you guys look up Rockstro grip flute, you guys can, there's this lovely article written by McGee, who is he's an Irish flute maker, I believe, but he has all these lovely articles about this type of stuff, and he has one on the Rockstro grip. It's a very good read, highly recommend. But yeah, it's going well, but I'm definitely still figuring out kind of like placement here, tuning, what do my hands, like how should my hands feel like in their default spot, in the new default spot, and then how it should feel here. So, definitely still messing around with it, as you guys can see. If you guys are over on Twitch, you guys will see me, I'm still messing around with it. Batmani is asking for some tips for trilling. So if you're just asking for just straight up tips, I would go and learn all your trill fingerings, like all your special trill fingerings. So things like C to D, the different ones, like, first trill key for the lower octave, second trill key for the higher octave, right? C sharp to D is just the first one, first trill. You got some interesting ones like high E to F sharp is the thumb. Same thing for high, I believe it's F to G, F sharp to G, I think is also just the thumb. Stuff like that. Like, I would learn essentially the special trill fingerings first, and then you want to also make sure your posture on the flute is really relaxed. So the more relaxed your posture is, the faster you'll be able to go. And this is actually true for pretty much any instrument. The more relaxed you are and the better posture you have on the instrument, the faster you can play. So ergonomics, basically. You got to make sure your grip of the flute is very ergonomic. Yeah. So those are kind of my off the top of my head tips for trilling, I would say. Yeah. Ooh, so many more things. Let's see. Did I attend the virtual NFA summer series? No, I didn't. When did it happen? No. I must have missed it. Let's see. It's Viviana Guzman's birthday today. Oh, happy birthday, Viviana. Fantastic. Julie, you remember your flute studio? You were playing Christmas music and it was 30 degrees Fahrenheit. You couldn't feel your fingers and you were all really flat. Yep. So like really it's like temperature. Like temperature will really, really affect how your instrument plays. So, all right, let's see. San Mateo, you are birthday twins with Vivian. Happy birthday, San Mateo. I remember you telling me it was your birthday soon. Is the audio faster than the picture? Is it? It should not be, but let me check. It's not. It should not be. I actually delayed the audio because, there's a delay from the video. So it would be if I didn't correct it. So I don't know if maybe it's a bit wonky right now. Looks like it's normal for everyone else. Let's see. Oh, you refreshed the page. Oh, it's YouTube. YouTube being a little broken. Such is the life of streaming. Over on Twitch, we're always complaining about how Twitch is pretty broken. But Twitch is so fun that it's kind of like, when you get a day where Twitch is being broken, we all just kind of shrug and we're like, Twitch is being broken today. Hey, Michael. Super Duper Zen Yoga Warm-Up by Helen Blackburn. Oh, that's so cool. For the NFA Summer Series, that's awesome. Hey, Rylan. I want to see if let's see, did you have a question? There we go. Rylan, you've been playing with the Rockstro grip for about 25 years now, but only found out about the official method a couple weeks ago. Maybe it's kind of seeing a rise again. So I've noticed, so I think it's like 2 of my Twitch peeps mentioned to me that they were actually taught the Rockstro grip without actually being told that it's the Rockstro grip. And definitely very ergonomic. It's the most ergonomic, grip that I've ever come across. And funnily, I came across it because my friend Paul figured it out on his own. He figured out that the idea of turning the body out on his own, and then now I have found out that there's actually some historical, there's some history to it, that is, so it's so interesting. Michael's asking if I know how to play mahjong. Okay, normally I wouldn't answer a question like that because it doesn't really have anything to do with music or or flute or food. But no, I don't know how to play it. Let's see. Kuro, hello. How are you doing? Darcy, you used your C-sharp trill key the other day on a piece. It feels good when you can use the C-sharp trill. It's like, oh yes, I'm so glad I have this, you know. Emily, you tried the rockstrode grip, but it causes a lot of pain in your left hand. Oh, but you love the tone on your flute in that grip. Same here. I don't get the pain, so I wonder if maybe it's like against your bone or something in a really inconvenient spot, or maybe it's hitting a nerve. So yeah, you would probably need to look into that because pain is not good. But I do agree with you that for some reason, the rockstrode grip gives me an amazing tone. Like, I still do not understand why. Why out of all the grips out there does that one just give me an amazing tone? I don't get it. My Twitch peeps have been like watching me mess with it, and they also agree that like, whoa, like, wow, you know, Joe, your sound is so beefy lately, you know? So at least I know I'm not crazy, you know? So yeah, like, I kind of want to know how, like, I love that you guys are sharing your experience with the rockstrode grip too, because I want to know like who it works for and who it doesn't work for, because I'm certain it does not work for everyone, okay? It does seem to be the most ergonomic of the ones of the, you know, different postures that I've tried. This is actually the second time I've changed my posture within the last 12 months. So, and it's all thanks to Iber. I cannot play the Iber concerto without a good enough grip. It like literally is going too fast and the fingerings are too weird. It causes a lot of instability on the flute unless I find a truly balanced ergonomic way of holding the flute. So yeah, crazy. Yo, Lemon Crush, it's your birthday today too. Oh my gosh, birthdays for everyone. Happy birthday, Lemon Crush. Awesome. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna go a little bit further down our chat here. All right. When a flute comes back from COA, Jane is asking, do you have to relearn how to play it, or is it just your flute but nicer? I would say it's the latter. It's just your flute but nicer. You feel like it returned back to its former glory, and it's easier to play. Yeah, definitely. I would say it's your flute but nicer. Yeah. Let's see. So many birthdays today. I love it. Let's see. Do I know Karen Levine? That looks familiar. Is she a flutist? Yeah, flutist? I'm guessing on social media of some sort? What? It's Demi Lovato's birthday today as well? I mean, Demi Lovato probably would never ever even hear of our corner of the internet here, but happy birthday, Demi Lovato. Let's see. Oh, by the way, none of you need to be sorry for being late to one of my streams, okay? Please, that is not a thing. Do not be sorry that you were late to meet me, okay? The point of these streams is not to meet me, okay? It's so that we have this place to hang out together, okay? So it's fine if you guys are like, hey, I'm late, but don't be sorry for it, okay? Michael, okay? Shopping with your grandparents is very, very important. It's bonding experience, okay? Family is a little more important, a lot more important than meeting strangers on the internet, okay? So definitely value your time with your grandparents, okay? Don't be sorry that you're late to this stream. Rylan is saying Rockster is definitely easier with a thumb port. Oh, really now? I mean, I have noticed that it's quite nice, but I haven't actually tried the Rockstro without the thumb port, partially because the thumb port itself just gives me a lot of extra height off of the flute, which I need. Otherwise, I can't reach the side of the tube. So that's interesting. Yeah, Magic Monkichi, I think it's so interesting that you were taught the Rockstro grip. I think it's you and Unsphered Wings. You two were taught with the Rockstro grip, and you guys were just told it was normal. I think that's fantastic. Though I think maybe giving you guys some historical context for it would probably have been the better route. But you know, like, I think it's great that your teachers just taught it to you that way. Hey, Parker. You play the sax? Ah, yes. My saxophone friends. I just finished teaching a lesson where I encouraged my student to go look up some Barry sax jazzy stuff, because, you know, they were doing stuff that kind of had that vibe. So I was having trouble explaining how the vibe was, and I was like, no, you're just gonna have to go look up some recordings. So I do love some very sexy saxophone stuff. SSS. Oh my gosh, Catherine! Hi! Everyone say hello to Catherine. Catherine is one of my childhood friends from when I used to live in California, from when I grew up in California. We went to same church, we went to middle school together, I believe it was. Oh, it's so lovely to see you, and you're actually nearish me now, so everyone say hi to Catherine. How are you doing? All right, let's see. All right, Jeff is asking me to demonstrate the Rockstro grip. Okay, fine. I will definitely do that. So let's do that. So the Rockstro grip is when you turn the body of the flute outward, and the Rockstro grip is suggesting that you line up the outer edge of the lip hole to the middle of the keys. So I'm currently experimenting right now between straight up halfway, like, you know, lining up the edge here halfway down, or do I do it only a third the way in? I don't know. I'm still kind of going between the two, but the idea is that you can now play the flute like much more turned out like this, which means that the flute actually rests in your left hand like this. So this sort of like seesaw effect, okay? And then your right hand here, your thumb is only pushing against the side of the tube, not to push really, but just to stabilize it. So you have 2 points of stabilization. One point is here on the chin. The other point is here, just your right thumb gently pushing against the instrument to stabilize it. And then it's kind of doing this fulcrum action on your left hand. So it's like this. So really you're playing like this. Cool, right? Oh, it is very comfortable, but I'm not like completely used to it yet. So I just started doing it this week. And you know, it's going to be 2 weeks of discomfort. It's like weirdly uncomfortable and yet extremely ergonomic and not tense. Like it's just unnatural to me right now. Like because I'm not used to it. So, but there you go. That's the Rockstro grip. Yeah. Andrew's wondering if the grip has to do with the hand size. Yeah, we were discussing that. So I think there's a lot of factors that can go into like how turned out you are. I have a suspicion that the smaller your hands are, the more you need to turn out. That's what I'm thinking. That's my current suspicion. So, you know, because, you know, if you have bigger hands, you can have more of your hand under the flute, and yet you have enough finger to curl around, right? So, yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, Oriana, so like, I don't think the Rockstro is like for everyone. Like, you really kind of have to try it out and see how far you have to turn out the body, you know? So I think for me, it's more like, I think 1/3 the way in. Like I roll in the head joint about 1/3 the way in. I think that seems to be the best for me, but I don't know. We'll see. So Karen Levine is a flutist. All righty. But Anne, I don't know who she is, but sounds like she's someone I need to look up. Let's see. One thing you notice, Super Mommy, is that sometimes people bring their pinky all the way up or away from the G sharp key like this, right? Is this supposed to happen? Most flute teachers will say, no, it's not supposed to happen, because the distance to go from here to here is really, really big. And so you will work way harder. So it's really just to, just the fact that you can work way less just to go like this. That's a lot faster than going like this, right? So you can play faster if your pinky is close to the key. So like a highly trained flutist will have their fingers just kind of going like this on the keys. You won't see them going like this, all right? But do some professionals get away with it? Absolutely, yes. And you know what? If you can play it, whatever it is that you need to play, if you can play it well, ain't nobody going to question you. That's just how the music world works, If you can do it, it goes. But generally speaking, if you're talking like education-wise, like if you're to ask me as a teacher, would I encourage my students to do that? No, I would not encourage my students to do that. Simply because physics, this is a longer distance than this. Okay, so. Let's see. You guys are great. Okay, I'm gonna see if I missed any questions. Oh, Catherine, you're so sweet. Did you really just say that? I mean, I'm so glad that, I'm thankful for live streaming, because if you're going to live stream as much as I do, you can't not be yourself, otherwise you will burn out, having to put on a persona every day for an hour is not healthy. And so, yeah, I am not putting on a persona. This is legit me, but I'm so glad that you think I'm sweet. Thank you. That just makes my day. Yeah, I miss you, Catherine. We should totally get dim sum when it's safe. I miss dim sum. I have not had dim sum in so long. I haven't had dim sum and I haven't had sushi since before March. Oh! Yeah. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Am I still playing on the gold Brannon? Yes, Parker. So I am. The head joint is now a Monkey head joint, and I'm about to come out with a video that highlights the live stream where I found it. So that's going to be a much more sort of watchable thing for you guys. But I was saying earlier in the stream that I fried my hard drive, so that's why it's taken like months for me to come out with edited content, just because, I didn't have my hard drives. It was awful. Oh well, I learned a big lesson, about reading read the manual before you replace the power supply unit on your computer. Okay, guys? Cool. Let's see. Jade, you have marching band practice at 3:30, but it's online, so it's not fun. I'm sorry to hear. It's a rough time for everyone right now. It's a really rough time. Amanda, you naturally play like that? The Rockstro grip? It's a good grip. It's very ergonomic. So, fantastic. So Pahood says that he maintains that the hole in the lip plate should be aligned with the finger holes. Yeah, Bem, tailball Bem had his lined up like that too. Yeah. But maybe, like, you know, here's the thing. Emmanuel Pahud is okay, I'm really short, okay? I'm a small person, right? Emmanuel Pahud, I think he's taller than me. I think his grip, like his hands are also bigger. Like if you look at how he holds the flute, like, you know, the proportion of the flute to him, you'll notice that the proportion of the flute to him makes the flute look really small. Whereas for me, look at this. Do you see how massive the flute looks on me? Okay, why does it look massive? Because I'm small, okay? For most other people, when they hold my flute, it's even, like, it looks like other people will crush my flute. That's how small my flute actually is. Like, Brandon flutes are known to be a little bit on the smaller side. And so, but on me, it still looks gigantic. So, like, I wonder if, like, he can hold the flute in a more ergonomic way, but since maybe his hand is bigger than mine, the fingers actually curve around, whereas mine don't. Nicholas Flute, who's one of my Twitch peeps over on Twitch, let me know that there is a French-Korean teacher, French-Korean teacher over in France. Tiny little woman, plays inline G. And she does the rock stroke grip too. Turns out the body so that she can play like this. Yeah, it's just, so we've been having this discussion, and like, just, you know, the Twitch peeps and my students and we've all been sort of having a discussion, and we're leaning towards maybe the smaller you are, the more you need to turn it out so that you have a more ergonomic grip on the flute. You know, it makes sense, right? Because our hands are smaller. Interesting, right? Yeah. Rylan, you misread lobster. Catherine, you still get takeout? Yeah. So where I am, we do get takeout, but getting good dim sum takeout is like you would have to drive out. Like, we're not near good enough Asian food where I am. So, it's a sad time, man. San Mateo, you're mentioning that Emmanuel Pahud seems to drop his left pinky below the G sharp key. Yeah, that's another thing that I think people can get away with. It's one of those things that is generally discouraged in students, but you'll see it in professionals. And who cares? They can play what they can play, and they play it so darn well. Whatever, you know, if they can make it work, they can make it work. You know, that's how it be. Okay, let's see. Right, Unsphered Wings is saying that the rock stroke grip is good for bad shoulders. Yeah, I completely agree. Because I noticed that, like, literally the only way that you can hold the flute in that grip is to drop your shoulders and drop your elbow. It's very interesting. Like, you literally cannot play it like this. It's great. Yeah. Flute enthusiasts, you have a music room now in Animal Crossing. You need a music stand. I'll get you a music stand. No worries. Okay, so Victor is asking, what music am I working on right now? I am working on the E-Bear. So, I'm nearly at the end. I've been working through very slowly for over a year now. Very, very slowly over on my Twitch channel. And I have now made it to the last page. We're memorizing it. That's why I'm making it through so slowly, okay? So I'm memorizing it. I'm on the last page now. I basically, like, today's homework, you know, after this stream, I'm hopping over on Twitch. I'll be learning the cadenza on the last page of the E-Bear. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Today is Charlie Parker's birthday. How many birthdays are happening today? My goodness. What a popular day to be born. Great day too. 8/20/20. All right. Let's see. The flute legit looks similar to an alto flute on me. Yes. This is what I keep telling people. I don't think a lot of you realize how small I actually am, okay? The camera is very deceiving. So at first I used to be like, yo, I don't want people to know how short or tall I am. I want to keep this part of my identity. Now I realize if I'm going to be practicing in front of you and, you know, talking about all this stuff, I really need to make it very clear. I'm a short Asian woman, okay? I'm a short Asian woman. I'm not the shortest of short Asian women, but like I'm considered short in the United States, okay? Like anytime I'm in some sort of group, I'm always looking up at everyone, okay? Like that, this is my normal life. I am a small person. So like I legit have to hold the flute the way, you know, someone, you know, a foot taller than me holds an alto flute. Like legit, you know? So yeah. All right, I'm gonna scan to see if I have missed any other questions. Let's see. Have I ever played the flute with acrylic nails? No. I've never had acrylic nails on because I started off playing the piano when I was 7, and just from then on, it's always been short nails. And also due to the fact that I have small hands, where I cover the holes is a little bit too high up on the finger. Like I can't actually have it too like far down here because it's not, there's not enough meat on my fingers to cover the hole. So there's more meat on my fingers higher up, which means that I can't have long acrylic nails. Like I can't have a French manicure or anything like that because the nail will be too long and it'll get in the way of having enough meat to cover the hole. Do you guys have a pretty good idea of how small I am now? I'm definitely not the smallest flutist out there, but I am on the smaller end. So I have small people problems, you know, on the flute. Yeah. Let's see. I know, Catherine, me not getting enough good Asian food. Seriously. We've been learning, like we've been practicing making ramen at home. So, you know, we're not completely deprived, but we definitely have to kind of like learn to make it ourselves type of thing. Yeah, haven't had pho in months too. Yeah. But I agree with everyone saying, please stay home if you can. Yes. Stay home and practice cooking. Practice cooking things that you normally wouldn't make. So right before this, we just churned some coconut milk ice cream. So like you might as well like look on the bright side. If you're stuck at home, like practice making something you normally wouldn't make. So I've also been practicing making my coffees, you know, practicing my Chemex drip coffee type skills, you know? Yeah. Hey, you Ray. Hello. Oh no, Unsphere, your local Chinese place closed in March because everyone was afraid of the Chinese virus. Oh, why? Why? Oh no, Jeff, your dad got COVID and really nearly died. But he went home last week but still needs oxygen. Oh my gosh. I hope he continues to recover well. My gosh. So Rylan, you have huge hands, but you say that the Rockstro totally helps you too. So someone else mentioned that it might be body structure because, yeah, Kuro says that you're 6'2", so it may actually be body structure. Maybe like the proportion? Could be. Let's see. Has anyone played the Burton Concerto? I didn't know that he did a concerto. Because I've done the sonatine, but not the concerto. He has a concerto? You just found it? No recordings of it anywhere. Now I want to find this music. Hey, Sheen. The appeal of dim sum is many small dishes coming to you one after the other, each one fresh out of the steamer, so no good for takeout. I know, you would essentially have to re-steam it and keep it steaming while you eat through the stuff, right? Almost like hot pot style, but steaming buns. Which I haven't done hot pot in a long time too. I really want to do hot pot. It's okay to be itty bitty. You are large, crazy flute playing cat lady. That sounds like a fantastic life. Hey, Cameron. You have your lip hole aligned with the A key, and you play a tad rolled in. Would your grip bring up bad habits, or is it okay? So, Cameron, you might want to look at the Rockstro grip and see how you fare doing that type of grip. Essentially, it's rolling out the body, right? But, you know, if you were to look at the flute, it would look like the head joint is rolled in. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's army food? Are you talking about the steamed buns? I mean, they're very conveniently packaged, aren't they? Okay, so what should you do if you have trouble with chromatic scales because one of your warm-up pieces called maximum strength warm-ups with the scales are so hard for you? Okay. So I've been teaching my students this trick where, like, if you have something that you find really difficult, like fingering wise, what you do first is you force yourself to look at your fingers while they're going, because it could be that, like, some of your brain is like misfiring commands, and when you think one finger is down, maybe a different finger is going down. So if you actually look at your fingers to see if they're actually like fingering it correctly, it will feel a little bit disorienting at first, but it's a great way to kind of force your brain to actually know which fingers are coming up and which fingers are going down. So what I would do in your case is practice the chromatic scale while looking at your fingers. Okay, so you do that like a few times, go up and down the scales, 3 times or so, and then close your eyes and do it. And what's going to happen when your eyes are closed is that this will now force you to feel what your fingers are doing. Again, you're not actually playing, so you can actually just concentrate on the fingerings themselves, but you are just feeling out how it feels to play it. Okay, and then you will do then you kind of like want to open your eyes or maybe look at your music while you're doing it, right? So, and then at that point you would have learned 2 things. 1, where your fingers actually go, and 2, how it feels for your fingers to go to those places, right? So then when you actually play, you already got used to not looking at your fingers while they're moving, right? Right. So like it's and then like when you actually play, it's going to be really easy because you would have like gone through the steps to get used to it. So Jade, I hope that helps you, not only for your chromatic scales, but for any technically very challenging passage. You can practice it in this way. I do it for myself too. Just did it yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. Sometime this week. I did it myself on the eBay. Works. Is it pronounced flautist or flutist? Catherine is asking. Or flautist, that is. Both, to be honest. If someone calls me a flautist or flautist, because I've heard both pronunciations. If someone calls me that, then I'll be like, oh, okay, you know something about the flute world, or you know something about the classical music world. If they call me a flutist or a flute player, then I will tend to assume that maybe they don't know as much. Not that that's a bad thing, but it just kind of helps me figure out what I talk about with them, right? Because what's the use of going crazy talking about flute things if the person you're talking to has no interest in it, right? So it's just more of a signal to me of whether or not the person I'm talking to wants to talk about flute things with me, and how deep do they want to go in the conversation with flute things. But honestly, you can do it either way. Technically in English, flutist, right? It makes sense in Italian to go from flauta to flautista, right? And then, which I think is like similar in Spanish, you know? So, because it's literally Flauta, I think, is flute. So it makes sense that, you know, if you say flutist in Italian, it'd be something closer to flautista or flautisto, whatever. So maybe I'm mixing it up with Spanish, but you know, it makes more sense in the other Romance languages. It makes less sense in English to go from flute to flautist, because everyone's like, where'd the A come from, right? But the A comes from the other Romance languages, essentially. So I don't care who calls me what. To me, it's not important, because it's just a name of what I do, you know? So anyway. Hey, Judith. Let's see. Did someone say that they're practicing archery? Practice some archery and music? Dang, I want to try archery. That is one thing that I have not tried ever in my life, because every single camp I went to, for some reason, that 1 year, they weren't doing archery. And I am still kind of salty about it. So, like, I am, you know, totally 27, right? 27, I think, according to famousbirthdays.com. And I still haven't, 27. And I still haven't tried archery. Oh my goodness. I so want to sometime. Yeah. Let's see. Been told that the thumb position of the right hand is very important for the health of your hand. Yeah. So part of the rockstroke grip actually suggests that you put your thumb between where your index finger is and your middle, for the reason of being able to stretch comfortably to the pinky keys. And I agree with that, because even though I have small hands, like I find that I really should tuck it further this way to allow me to comfortably stretch. And I found that out on my own, so it was very validating to see that actually suggested in like an article written by, a historical flutist, Yeah. All right, see you over on Twitch, Super Mommy. Let's see. Darcy, you were originally told that flautists are paid and flutists aren't. Flauto in Italian. Got it. The coffee. Thank you. Are you Italian? But yeah, it's definitely FLAUT whatever in the other Romance languages. So, I believe in German it's like Flot, right? With the O with the two little dots above them, right? All right, see you later, Catherine. I like my audience too. You guys are so great. It's a fun little community in here. Oh, you guys. Okay, when I choose to enjoy playing a song, do I think my choice is from the lyrics of the song? Victor, that's really interesting. I don't think so. I think for me, because I'm just a nerd, I really like music that it like moves me emotionally. So there is a particular progression that I call the tearjerker progression, because it doesn't matter. I can be completely non-emotional, just, stone cold, and it will make me cry. And music that can do that to me, that's really stuff I enjoy. So, for example, Challengers, which is a track on the League of Legends orchestral soundtrack. It's their Volume 1 soundtrack. And I use that for my bridal processional. Yeah, because it is very majestic and it has the tearjerker progression. Yeah. I know, Catherine, we are the same age. I know. But Famous Birthdays says that I'm 27. Shin, you're also still salty about never getting a turn on the pogo stick when you went to summer camp as a kid? Oh no! Okay, in Spanish it's called flauta traversa. Travesera? Or is it traversa? Travesera. Oh, interesting. So it literally transverse flute in both Spanish and French, it looks like, too. That reminds me, because in Chinese, it's literally horizontal flute, which is transverse, right? So it's literally transverse flute in Cantonese as well. Because in Cantonese, I believe it's wang. Wang is like horizontal. Wang, dek is flute. So it's literally horizontal flute, transverse flute. That's really interesting that we make that distinction. There's so many languages where it makes the distinction that this is the transverse flute, Oh, so interesting. Portuguese, flauta transversal. Transversal, right? Yeah, it's all transverse flute. How interesting. Even in Cantonese, it's transverse flute. Flute in Tagalog is plauta, very similar to flauta, right? That's so cool. What is the progression? The tearjerker progression? I don't know. I have a very terrible ear, so I actually cannot tell you what the tearjerker progression is. I don't actually know what it is, but I know it because every time, doesn't matter what song it is, it's in. If it's in a song, it will make me cry. I don't know what it is though. Interesting, Kuro. Is that's in Mandarin, right? Because I know in Cantonese, wang that. Oh, my accent is horrible. But yeah. So interesting. All right, guys, I took a look at the time. I really need to chug this and get a new thing of water. This is a good time to, I think, switch on over to sight reading. So I am going to very quickly chug this off camera. Gonna go rinse out my mouth and grab a fresh cup of water, and then we'll see what's up next for sight reading, shall we? I have no idea what's coming up next, so we'll see. All right. Okay. See you in a bit, guys. I'll be right back. Hello, friends. I am back. Let's do some sight reading, shall we? All right, let me just figure out a good little there. I think that's good. Oh, that's so strange, though. Give me a second. I need to... Oh, okay. So I think that's a little bit more normal. Something like that. Ugh. Okay. There we go. All right. So we've got this. Okay. All right. Let's read some music. All right. See you, Darcy. Block flute is common in Germanic languages. Oh, interesting. Jay, you feel that the head joint needs a ring of light on it, like a ring light on it, so it'll look even more fashionable. Should I buy a ring light for my flute? It's not even for me. It's for my flute, right? Oh, you funny. All right, let's look at whatchamacallit, sight reading stuff. So we're gonna go to my Google Drive. All right, let's see. Where are we at? So I think last time we did, let's see. Yeah, we did the Escher sonata. And I think at that time I decided that I was not going to read, we did the Born Fantasy too. Yeah. And I think last time we decided that I was no longer going to accept sight reading requests that require me to read from a YouTube video, because it's very disjointed. It's not fun to read like that, and it's not fun for you guys to listen to that either. So sorry if you guys submitted a YouTube video and I don't play it. It's just because it's not a great experience. So sorry about that. But now we have Chant de Linos by Jolivet. Oh, okay. So this was requested by Evan Rodrigues. Thank you, Evan. Let's open the link. Ooh, okay. So, let me do a little bit of copying and pasting. So copy, and then we will do, let's put it on the screen first. So this is Chant de Linos by André Jolivet. I played a different piece by Jolivet, but not this one. By Evan Rodrigues. I misspelled your name. I'm so sorry. This is probably why I should just copy and paste. Yeah, I definitely misspelled your name, even while I was just, looking. Okay, so boom, and then we will put it in the info bar below. So give me a sec to do that. Just need a sec. Okay. Here we go. So, and let me put the let's see. Copy. Then we'll put it here. Okay. So if you want to refresh the page, you guys can follow along with the music. I am going to be sight reading this, which means that it might not be the most musical. That is the nature of sight reading, but we'll see what we make of this. All right. So this goes at about quarter note equals 80. Quarter note equals 80. That's pretty fast. Probably not going to end up going that fast. Okay, let's do a bit of warm up. I'm going to roll back out a little bit because I think I'm currently playing with rolling in about a third the way. So I think something like that. Okay, from the beginning again. Cool. Trill. I'm gonna guess they mean to D natural. Okay. You know what? We're going to try rolling out the body even more. Like, I'm curious. I'm curious, like, what if I go all out? Which means I have to roll the foot joint towards me even more. So, okay. Over the A flat. Oh, okay. Let's try that again. Okay for now. Okay. up my foot joint again. So, okay. Oh no, this part is actually a lot slower. Whoops. Okay, so it's no. Oh. It's probably supposed to go a lot faster. So like what I would do IRL is like memorize that part so I could just like whip through it. But let's see. Cool. So it's 3 against 2. Da, da, da. Okay, got it. I'm going way too slow, aren't I? I'm going way too slow. A little slow. Okay. Sorry guys, give me a sec. I am inhaling my hair. Yeah, okay. Maybe don't do that. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm totally butchering this, but you know, whatever, I'm having fun. Okay, let's see. Ooh, flutter. Nope. All right. Let's scroll a bit. Okay. All right. I think I want to go back and redo that because I just realized what the rhythm is actually supposed to be. So let's see. Cool. Okay, that's closer to what it's supposed to be. This is some pretty cool music. Definitely sounds pretty weird, but I like the weird. I'm enjoying the weird. I'm not sure how you guys feel about it though, but you know, I don't blame you if you don't like it. Okay. I would need to write in so many accidentals. Eh. Okay. All right. I've never seen this type of rhythm before, so this is very interesting and very cool. Like, I wish I had more time to figure this out. Let's see. very, very interesting. Ooh, I wish I had more time to like actually study this. This is very cool. I'm just kind of like stumbling my way through it, but having a fun time doing it. Okay, so. Ooh, 7/8. So da 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 da. So it's group of 3 and then 2 groups of 2. So 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. That's what it seems like for now. Okay. 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 So this changes to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. That's really interesting. Whoa, this is very cool. I feel like you would have to memorize this in order to pull it off with like the bravado that it should have, you know? So also when you memorize it, I think it's better if you basically reverse engineer this. So you would have to like harmonically and melodically figure out what's going on and be able to reverse engineer the notes so that you know why he's composing it this way and why he's using the notes that he's using. Because I'm assuming that a lot of like the reason why you're seeing a lot of flats and sharps kind of in the same bar, and thus it's very hard to sight read that, because it's not at all what your brain assumes is happening. It's just, you know, like if you find out harmonically what's happening, it might just make a lot more sense as to why those notes are being chosen. So, you know, this is a sight reading session. It's not a practice session. So, you know, I'm just kind of reading through the notes and, you know, butchering my way through it. But like, I'm just kind of thinking about like how I would study this if I had the chance to, maybe one day. That's how I would do it. I would just kind of like figure out harmonically, melodically what he's doing, see if I can reverse engineer the notes. And that'll make your performance of it a lot more convincing. So anyway, let's keep butchering this. I would definitely have to like figure that out more if I had time. Ooh, this is like a little higher than it was before. The unpredictability of the notes reminds me of the bear. Like, that's why I'm saying that you would definitely have to reverse engineer these notes. Otherwise, you'd be like, why is he using this, you know? Okay. Some of the like handwritten marks in here are very unclear. I'm constantly looking back to see how the sharps, which sharps carry over. So okay. Okay. Let's hope that's close to what it should be. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. It's a C natural. Okay. Woo. What? Ooh. So. Does that say flat? Okay. All right. Okay. No. Something like that. Ooh, it is rough, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's sneaky. Okay. So they sneak in a non-triplet in between two triplets. That's so clever. Very clever. Okay, so there we go. Okay. Loco. Okay, cool. Okay. I definitely did not do that loco, but you know, Okay. Back to the 7/8. Dun, dum, dum. Okay. Back to the 7/8. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Woo. Okay, you guys are probably wondering, wow, Joanna, why can you suddenly read this? Because it is suddenly actually predictable here. Weirdly enough, it's at the end where it's like more predictable. Looks like there's an ossia, but the ossia looks easier than what's actually written. I'm not used to trilling like this, so I have to get used to that. Okay. Okay. There it is. Okay. It's cool. It's cool, but definitely I did not do it justice. That is a very, very cool piece though. I would love to study it in the future. It definitely seems like this would be a really cool like thing to sort of like wow people, you know? But yeah. Ooh. Hey, David. Welcome. Ling Ling Insurance. Oh, Luke. Oh, man. That was tough, man. That was tough. That like legit, that's a tough piece. The unpredictability of it reminds me of the level that the Ibert concerto is in. So it's that level of like you legit have to reverse engineer the composition so that you understand why he's writing it that way. Woo! That was correct. Thank you, Evan. Let's hope that the next one is not too bad. Oh, yes, it's Gariboldi. Okay. Okay, well, let's take a quick look at this. Okay, this is not too bad. So this one is study number 11. And this is requested by WitchyWoman. Thank you so much for the request. I'm going to put it here first. So this is by Gariboldi, and this is requested by WitchyWoman. Thank you for your request. Okay, so put that here. Okay. I feel like I did a workout there. Chant the Linos, this is no freaking joke, man. Oof. Okay, so here. Okay, so if you guys want to follow along, it's below. This one I think I can do a lot better. Okay, here we go. F natural. B flats. That's really cute. That is really cute. So I only just figured out like maybe like two lines or so in. This starts with kind of like a melody part, and then sort of like an answering kind of like accompaniment part. So the melody part. So it's kind of like question answer. mind, I did it again. But I wanted to kind of demonstrate that, like, it's a question, answer, question, answer, question, answer type of etude. So, like, if you get that across, then you get sort of the point of this etude. It's cute. Very cute. Ooh. Okay. It had a typo. Chant de Linos. Let me look back. Linos. Oops. Thank you for the correction, Amir. It has been corrected. Thank you. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, someone wants me to do a transcription of Mendelssohn's Violin Concerto. Okay, we don't have a ton of time, so let's see how far I get in this. Concerto in E minor. Okay. As expected, pretty much nowhere to breathe. But let's try it. So this is copy, and then we'll do this. This is request by Carson. Thank you, Carson. This is not by Gariboldi. This is by Mendelssohn. Okay. Yes, this is technically Opus 64. Let's put that in here, actually. Opus. It just says in E minor. Okay, in E. I'll just put here in E minor. We'll put that. We'll put that. Okay, so let's see. Did I not actually? Oh, come on. Come on. And oh, it did. It did. I put it in several times because this is just silly. Okay, and then here. Okay. So we'll do that until I need to go. So I'm probably not going to be able to finish this, but you know, it's all good. Okay. Oh, I know this. Okay. Okay, I have to like get that rhythm in my head. Okay. that is high G. Oh, okay. All right. I already managed to butcher some of that, but whatever. Okay. Okay. Oops, I think I carried over way too many B flats. Okay. For a really long time. Okay. So I can do a ritardato. Oh, I need to end. So let me just finish this first. I'm gonna have to maybe, I guess, start from somewhere around here next time. So we're in the middle of page 3. How many pages in total is this? Let's see. it goes, I think this person made 9 pages in total. And that's what it looks like. Okay, so we're on page 3. I'm going to make a note in here for myself, like right on here. So I'm gonna put page 3. As you can tell, I only know the parts where the violin goes, like I only know that part, and then like the rest of it where they go crazy, I don't know that part. So as you can tell, I'm like suddenly going slower, but yeah. Woo. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed. Let's see. Did the lights just flash? Okay. Ooh, Nicholas. Linos is the son of a Greek god. I got the feeling there's this kind of like exotic feel. I think the Jolivet that I did before was also based on gods. Or was that, no, that was Roussel. So what was the Jolivet that I did before? Jolivet. Let's see. J. DK. Jacques. J. Have I not actually done Jolivet? Ooh, I may not have actually done Jolivet then. I got it mixed up with a different dude. Amazing. Okay, so David, I just read what you said. Hubert's eye sneaks around the corner and he smiles a demonic smile of blood. Yeah, I know, man. Ooh. Okay. So, hey flutist, Finny, how are you doing? All right, guys, let's see, wait, what did, Pabs, what did you say? In Greek mythology, there was another Linus who tried to teach Heracles how to play the lyre, but one day they got into an argument during a lyre lesson and Heracles killed him. You know, you guys probably should not take that as an example. You know, just saying. That'd be nice. All right, my peeps, I need to take a little break before I go over onto Twitch. So if you are not sick of me yet, please head on over to twitch.tv/justanotherflautist. I will be there practicing Semi Bear. So that's kind of my space. Twitch is my personal like practice space on the internet. So I don't take requests there, but it is, you know, it's a fun time. It's a fun time over there. So if you're not sick of me yet, you want more, you want to hang out more, head on over. I will be there in approximately 11 minutes. All right. So I love y'all so much. My deadpan humor gives you life. I'm glad. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Nicholas, you did Chant the Linos. Very cool. Did you also basically have to memorize it in order to like pull it off? Like, I don't think there's any other way. Like, it's way too complex and weird. So anyway, yeah, head on over, come on over to Twitch. We'll keep hanging out there. But yeah, I love y'all so very much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. And if I don't see you in 10 minutes, at the very least, I'll see you guys next week. Same time here, 1:30 Pacific time on Thursday. All right. See you later, guys. I love you. Bye-bye.